Since its introduction in the 2014 model year, the Jeep Cherokee has sold very well in the compact crossover SUV class. In this vehicle class, the top sales king is the Honda CR-V, but the Cherokee looks to differ itself from this vehicle, including many others, by its off-road prowess, polarizing looks, and many high-tech features available, which these factors have all contributed to its success. So, let's go ahead and check out this 2016 Jeep Cherokee Sport. Now, it's actually really not that hard to notice the Cherokee out on the road. Nothing looks like it, and it's a very unique and distinctive looking compact crossover. You still have the traditional Jeep styling traits with the front grille and everything. However, what makes this compact crossover look very unique is the LED daytime running light, and it kind of looks like some kind of insect or bug. Some people think that this is the headlight, but it's actually the LED part. And then down here is where you'll find the projector, which is the headlight. But overall, love the styling of the Cherokee. And many crossovers look very similar, but the Cherokee has its own look. Now, ours is a sport model, which is the base model for the Cherokee. And it comes with these pretty good looking 17-inch alloy wheels. Can't complain about them. Pretty good looking for a base model. And then, of course, on higher end trim levels, you can get different looking wheels and everything. But here goes the key fob design for the vehicle. It's a pretty high quality looking key fob. We do have your remote keyless entry, your unlock, your lock, and then your panic button too. Now this color is known as the bright white exterior color, with a black and gray two-toned cloth interior, and full manual driver's seat adjustments. Now, stepping on inside of the Cherokee here, you're greeted with a very stylish cabin design, very high quality with nice stitching on the dashboard and everything. It's very nice for a base model. You have stitching on the center console lid, on the armrest and everything. Very nice. And the step-in height is also fairly low, which you would expect out of a compact crossover. Ease of ingress and egress. And then you also do have this little logo that says since 1941. Pretty cool there. Push button ignition is available on higher end trim levels. And what you're hearing there is a 2.4 liter inline 4-cylinder engine. Now, coming to your transmission, you have a 9-speed automatic, and this is what you will find in every Cherokee. We also do have manual shiftability too. And when you put the vehicle into reverse, this displays your little rear view camera with guidance lines and trajectory. And then you also do have an electronic parking brake. A really nice feature, especially for a base trim on a vehicle. And I'm going to go ahead and turn on the headlights and the hazards too. Automatic driver's side window. Let's go ahead and pop up the hood, check out the engine bay. Blind spot detection is available. Now we also do have these black roof rails which comes with the customer preferred package. (17-inch) alloy wheels. LED daytime running lights, halogen projector beam headlights, and fog lights are also an option. Now under the hood here we have what Jeep likes to call the multi-air. engine. It's a 2.4-liter inline 4-cylinder that produces 184 horsepower at 6250 RPM and 171 pound-feet of torque at 4800 RPM. And you're looking at EPA estimates for 21 in the city and 28 on the highway for a 4-wheel drive model. To go for a front-wheel drive model, you're looking at 22 in the city and 31 on the highway, running on regular unleaded fuel. Now, one unique aspect of the Cherokee is that you can get an optional V6 powertrain, a 3.6-liter V6 that's very smooth and very refined. I recommend avoiding this powertrain because it can feel very sluggish and unresponsive, especially with the 9-speed automatic transmission, which is actually one of the worst transmissions in the compact crossover SUV class. It's very unresponsive. Now, trims for the vehicle starts at the Sport model, which is what we have here. That starts at $23,095. The Latitude starts at $25,095. Altitude starts at $25,695. Then the Limited starts at $28,895. And then the off-road oriented model, the Trailhawk, starts at $30,395. Now, I also have a review on the Trailhawk model for the 2015 Jeep Cherokee Trailhawk. Be sure to check that one out too. Now, competitors for the Cherokee, of course, you have the vehicles in the compact crossover SUV class. This includes the likes of the Honda CR-V, Toyota RAV4, and the Ford Escape, which are the top 3 selling models. Then you also have the Nissan Rogue, Chevrolet Equinox, Volkswagen Tiguan, and the Subaru Forester. Now, coming to the rear, we have LED taillights with LED turn signals, rear window wiper with the rear window defroster, and rear reflectors too, and a chrome exhaust tip. Now, EPA estimates, like I said, are 21 in the city and 28 on the highway. Total vehicle price is $26,915. Basic power necessities: power windows, power door locks, power mirrors. And let's go ahead and rev it up. Now, build quality and materials are excellent inside of the Cherokee here, and the Cherokee has one of the best interiors in the class for sure. Now, it's also very stylish too, but on the upper door panel, it's nice and soft to the touch, as well as the mid door panel and the armrest. Nice stitching on the side right here. And then on the dashboard, it's nice and softly padded. The whole entire dashboard is soft to the touch. And then you have this nice stitching, like I said earlier in the video, that runs throughout the whole entire dashboard. Everything feels pretty high quality and looks high quality too. Really nice interior. And then the build quality is also excellent. Many of the interior trim and pieces fit well together. Very nice, and they don't creak a whole lot. Overall, very impressed with this interior, even 2 years into this generation of the Cherokee. Now, coming to the steering wheel, I really do love the steering wheel of the Cherokee. It's very stylish, and I really love this little unique logo of the since 1941. Very unique. And then also, the steering wheel rim is very bulky feeling. If you're not a fan of bulky or thick steering wheel rims, then this may not be the best steering wheel for you. Coming to the steering wheel controls, we have your Bluetooth phone controls, voice recognition, cruise control buttons are right here, and then this little pad right here controls your little information center, which I will get to in just a second. We also do have intermittent windshield wipers too. Coming down here, we have your select terrain system. You have a snow mode, a sport mode, and a sand and mud mode, and then your automatic mode too. Since we do have the 4-wheel drive system, in the Cherokee, and the Cherokee has one of the best four-wheel drive systems in the compact crossover SUV class. If you're looking for off-road prowess in your compact crossover, then the Cherokee definitely fits the bill. Coming down here, we have a little storage cubby, SD card slot, USB port, auxiliary input, and a 12-volt power outlet down there. Coming right here, we have your dual cup holders, and then your center console storage. There's a decent amount of center console storage, and then you will find another USB charging port and another 12-volt power outlet. Nice and soft touch on the center console lid, and nice and stitched. Right here we also do have your traction control off button, and then your AC controls, which are very simple and clean looking in its layout, and then also it's very simple and easy to use. We have your fan speeds, temperatures, and your different zones, and then your rear window defroster buttons right there. Up here we have your manually dimming rearview mirror, map lights, sunglass container. Then you also do have a little storage cubby right there too. Now coming to the radio here, this is the base radio, of course. There is an optional larger touchscreen available, but this is a touchscreen right here. It's a 5-inch screen from Uconnect. And you have all of your basic radio sources, AM, FM, and then your different media options do include your USB port with iPod integration, your aux input, and your Bluetooth streaming audio. You can connect your phone, of course, have all of your contacts stored on here, and then view your recent calls as well. You also do have an integrated compass right here, which is pretty neat, and then you have a little digital clock that displays in the center at all times. Then you have your settings that you could change from the display to the voice, safety and assistance, from hill start assist to the backup camera, engine off options, lights, brakes. You can restore your settings too. Pretty cool there. And then you have your exterior temperature readout and your clock too. Now let's go ahead and test out the voice recognition. Tuned to 89.9 FM.
Tuning to 89.9 FM.
Overall, the voice recognition does work pretty well. Now, as far as visibility goes in the Cherokee, it's not one of the best in the class, and that's due to the A-pillar having a very thick base, and then also the outward visibility isn't that good through the windshield, and also the hood is very long in the Cherokee too. And then also rearward visibility is compromised due to a small little rear quarter window, and then this window right here is actually kind of smallish too. But thankfully most trims of the Cherokee will have a rear view camera. Now let's get to the gauges in the instrument cluster in the Cherokee here. Now the gauges are kind of basic looking, but a little stylish in the font, and then also the needles too. Now over here is where you'll find your tachometer, and then you have your speedometer on the right. Now coming in the center right there, that's a little information center with an LCD screen. There is a larger TFT instrument cluster available, but we don't have that here since we have a fairly basic trim. Now basically it shows you all your basic information, such as what radio station is playing, what song is playing, your trip info, gives you your current MPG, your fuel economy data, vehicle info from the tire pressure monitoring, coolant temperature, transmission temperature, oil life percentage, battery voltage. Pretty nice there. And then you also do have a digital speedometer too. And then you could set up the screen how you would like. And then you have your exterior temperature readout at the top in the upper left hand corner, and then your compass in the upper right hand corner. Over here we have your fuel gauge too. Overall, pretty stylish. I wish the gauges were a little bit more stylish, but it works very well, very functional. Now, as far as the seats go in the Cherokee, the seats are very comfortable. They don't offer a whole lot of support when it comes to the side bolstering on these seats. However, they're very plush, and the leather seats on the Cherokee are very nice. They're very soft and plush. And thigh support is pretty good in the Cherokee. However, I just wish there was a little bit more side bolstering. Overall, I would certainly take a long road trip in this vehicle. These seats are really nice. Now when driving the Cherokee, like I said earlier in the video, I recommend avoiding the 2.4 liter 4-cylinder. And it's not that it doesn't have enough horsepower or torque available. It's really this 9-speed automatic transmission here, and it hesitates to shift, and when it's paired with this 4-cylinder engine, it makes for a pretty unresponsive pair. However, when you get the V6 engine, the 3.6 liter V6, that powertrain is very smooth and very refined in its power delivery. Now, fuel economy is okay. It's kind of average for the class. It's certainly not the best in the class. Now, the ride quality in the Cherokee is pretty soft, I have to say, and that's kind of unexpected when this crossover is more on the off-road oriented side. The steering and the handling capabilities of the Cherokee is also pretty good too. This crossover is kind of fun to drive at times. Overall, the Cherokee is a pretty good crossover to drive. I just recommend avoiding that 4-cylinder engine that we have here. Alright, and I'm going to go ahead and shut it down. Let's go ahead and check out the rest of the vehicle. Build quality and materials in the rear follow through, nice and soft to the touch on the upper door panel, armrest, and wrapped in cloth in the mid door panel too. Now the Cherokee has a pretty spacious rear seat, certainly not best in class, but it's above average. Now we have dual map pockets and then rear air vents too. And then you have cup holders with the rear center armrest. The seats themselves are very plush again, just like the front row seats, and they're pretty supportive back here. Very surprised. Overall, it's pretty comfortable back here in the Cherokee. Not too much to gripe or complain about. Alright. Now, cargo capacity is a little below average in the class. It's a little smaller compared to some of its rivals, especially the Honda CR-V, which has class-leading cargo space. Now, to fold these rear seats down, you have to pull up on this lever right here. It's a very simple and easy mechanism. But in the CR-V, you actually have levers back here that you can just pull from. Instead, you don't have to go up to the second row. But overall, it's still a very simple and easy mechanism to do. Alright, power tailgate is also optional. Full manual passenger seat, glove box compartment. So with its high quality interior, its optional V6 powertrain, its distinctive styling, and its off-road prowess, the 2016 Jeep Cherokee is an excellent choice for a compact crossover for 2016. So remember that this is Cameron Birch from Cameron's Car Reviews.